Disclaimer. Please watch the video till the end. Please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living from the dead. Democracy is when the indigent, and not the men of property, are the rulers. Those that know do, those that understand teach. Jealousy is both reasonable and belongs to reasonable men, while envy is base and belongs to the base, for the one makes himself get good things by jealousy, while the other does not allow his neighbor to have them through envy. The ultimate value of life depends upon awareness and the power of contemplation, rather than upon mere survival. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. The law is reason, free from passion. Courage is the first of human qualities, because it is the quality which guarantees the others. The ideal man bears the accidents of life with dignity and grace, making the best of circumstances. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. The worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things equal. Republics decline into democracies, and democracies degenerate into despotisms. Good habits formed at youth make all the difference. Well begun is half done. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. Personal beauty is a greater recommendation than any letter of reference. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. A friend to all is a friend to none. In all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous.
To run away from trouble is a form of cowardice, and while it is true that the suicide braves death, he does it not for some noble object but to escape some ill. Moral excellence comes about as a result of habit. We become just by doing just acts, temperate by doing temperate acts, brave by doing brave acts. All paid jobs absorb and degrade the mind. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow, ripening fruit. Suffering becomes beautiful when anyone bears great calamities with cheerfulness, not through insensibility, but through greatness of mind. Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but in deserving them. The greatest virtues are those which are most useful to other persons. Plato is dear to me, but dearer still is truth.
Quality is not an act, it is a habit. Well begun is half done. Good habits formed at youth make all the difference. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind, next to honor. Personal beauty is a greater recommendation than any letter of reference. Love is composed of a single soul, inhabiting two bodies. There is no great genius without some touch of madness. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. Whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. Happiness depends upon ourselves. A friend to all is a friend to none. Men acquire a particular quality by constantly acting in a particular way. For though we love both the truth and our friends, piety requires us to honor the truth first. All virtue is summed up in dealing justly. Of all the varieties of virtues, liberalism is the most beloved. Bring your desires down to your present means. Increase them only when your increased means permit. To attain any assured knowledge about the soul is one of the most difficult things in the world. Our judgments when we are pleased and friendly are not the same as when we are pained and hostile. No notice is taken of a little evil, but when it increases, it strikes the eye. Bashfulness is an ornament to youth, but a reproach to old age. Those who excel in virtue have the best right of all to rebel, but then they are of all men the least inclined to do so. Even when laws have been written down, they ought not always to remain unaltered. Therefore, the good of man must be the end of the science of politics. The least initial deviation from the truth is multiplied later 1,000-fold. Our judgments when we are pleased and friendly are not the same as when we are pained and hostile. Homer has taught all other poets the art of telling lies skillfully. It is Homer who has chiefly taught other poets the art of telling lies skillfully. Thank you watching for video.